morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. I just want to remind you, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another NHL Power Ranking by the hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy, for the Hockey Nation Live Show. We're going to tell you who is the number one for this week in NHL Power Ranking. Don't go nowhere. Before we start, we want to invite you. Don't forget to subscribe, click on the likes, and finally, of course, tell us who is your number one of this week in NHL Power Ranking. Let's dive in and find who is going to be number 32 right away. And this, of course, is the Arizona Coyotes. They are 0-2-0 last week, 4-15-2. But they play better, to be honest with you. The Wedgwood claim on the waiver helping them, the goaltender, a little bit better. And as a team, they play solidly better the last 7-10 days. So we have to give credit. Whatever the last two games is only, they did not get destroyed like the beginning of the season. So it's a good point for them. Number 31 is Ottawa Senators. Oh, they are on the West Coast and they're not looking good. 0-4-0, 4-14-1. They are the same position, 31. Goaltending problem. Matt Murray on the waiver did not can claim. Now he's with the Belleville Senator and American Hockey League. They cannot find a way to win game offensively. Another team struggling is the Montreal Canadiens, 1-2-0. I know they beat the Pittsburgh 6-3, 3-goal and empty net, so relax. But they are 6-15-2. They are number 30 again for another week. They just fired Bergevin, Timmins, and Wilson. New chef in the house is Mr. Jeff Gordon. It will be interesting to see that the next couple of weeks. The Vancouver Canucks, team number 3 in Canada on number 29, 0-3-0, 6-14-2. Every problem Montreal has, the same thing with Vancouver. They cannot score. And the best player like Elias Pettersson, same problem, cannot score. Montreal have a lot of players cannot score. So I dropped them of one position and I increase the Seattle Kraken, a better weeks for them, 2-1-0. But they beat the Colorado Avalanche, they beat the Washington, and they beat also the Florida Panthers. I said the Washington, no, it's the Carolina Hurricanes, so I apologize for that. So better week, and they lost again Tampa 3-0, but they have a better goaltending, perform better right now, so that's the reason why they're starting to win more game. The Chicago Blackhawks, 1-2-0. Coach, you don't have a good week. It's not about they have a good week. It's about they doing well since Derek King is there. I can see the team getting better and better. 7-12-2. Fleury looked great between the pipes. They lost a game by 1 goal. I think that team's going to be fine, getting better what it's supposed to be. The Buffalo Sabres guy, 1-2-1, 8-10-3 so far. Bad weeks overall for them. Whatever they play, they play almost for 500. They're starting to look like bad. At some point, they have, before they beat Montreal, they was like last 10 of the last 12 game over there. So that's the reason why I feel like the Buffalo is looking more like what it's supposed to be. So be interesting how they're going to respond next week. The Detroit Red Wings, 2-0-0. Coach, they win both games and you drop them. Yes, because you have a better team to have a better week and they're getting hot more. So Detroit, listen, 10-9-3. At home, they play well. On the road, they struggle a little bit more. But again, we have to give credit for what they accomplished so far. Lucas Raymond is going great over there. And Maurice Seider, both rookies. The Dallas Stars, OMG, 3-0-0 last week, 10-7-2. Beat the Colorado Avalanche. And they are getting now more positivity by the offensive player like Robinson, Roop Hens, also Kleinberg, goaltender pretty good with Jake Ottinger over there. The team is looking great, honestly. So we'll see how they're going to continue or not with that. So increase of 2. Talking about a team looking great. What about the Pittsburgh Penguins? Won the second star of the week. Travis Jarry. 3-0-0 last week, 0.67 goal again, average guy. He only gave 1 goal in 3 games, and he's unbelievable in front of the net for them. That's the reason they're looking better. They lost against Montreal, but it was dismissed between the pipes. The New York Islanders, OMG, they're not looking good. 5-10-2, 0-2-0. They lost the 7th last game. The COVID situation, the injury. That team, guys, is looking bad, honestly. They cannot score. They miss a lot of key major players inside that team. Nelson, Polak, Pelech, Reed there. Palmieri cannot score. They really struggle. Los Angeles Kings, 1-1-0, 9-9-2. I dropped them off 2. Their team right now for the last 2 weeks don't do well. Whatever, they have only 1-1 this week. They beat Ottawa Senators. So I believe that team right now try to find a way where they are. They may still Drew Doughty is coming soon. But again, I believe them will be about 23 to 26 at the end of the year. San Jose Sharks at 3-1-0. Good weeks overall for them, 11-9-2. James Reimer looking great over there. They have Timo Meyer also have a great weeks. I increased them from 22 to 20. And Carlson overall, he have a good season for them. So be interesting how they're going to do. Honestly, Reimer have an amazing, great year with them. Columbus Blue Jacket, 2-2-0, 11-8-0. They consider performing, guys, without Patrick Laney. I increased them of 2. Whatever they have, 2-2-0. They're still doing well. Ty Domi is there. Backstrom have a good way over there. Voracek continue. What about the performance of Mexican over there, Corpusalo? So that team deserves to be about 19 at that moment. The Nashville Predators, another team, have 2-2-0, 11-9-1. But again, it's continuously increasing weeks after weeks. This is a team, I'm not sure what they're going to be at the end. But so far, we have to give credit with Matt Duchene and also Zaros and Hosey over there. Number 17, the Flyers, 0-3-1, 8-8-4. I dropped them for 3. Not looking good over there. Their goaltending situation, Ryan Ellis is the piece major key of their defensive. And since he's not played, they struggle. They need to score. That's another problem with them, where from, Farabi, Konechny, and they also lost again. Kevin Hayes came to play 2 games, and now he's out. So that's not help for sure. The Flyers at that moment will be interesting how they're going to respond this week. Anaheim Ducks, another team struggle, 1-3-0. We know with Troy Terry, we know with Getzlab. Gibson have a great year, but they struggle more for the last 7 days. 11-8-3, I dropped them off 4 for this week. We'll see how they can come back on the track for the upcoming weeks, but they need a little bit more productivity for the other players, not only Terry and Getzlab. We'll see what's happening. The New Jersey Devils, 1-1-1. I dropped them at 2, 9-6-4. Look, they are a little bit too high on my power ranking, but they still play at that level. Subban, Blackwood, Ty Smith now with them. Sharakankovic is just wake up. Tatar need to bring a little bit more. They're still missing Jack Hughes over there. The Boston Bruins, 2-1-0, 11-7-0. I increased them of 1. And the Vegas are 1-2-0, 12-9-0. I increased them of 3. Why, coach? Because Vegas looking better and better. They lost 1 game where they should win. But overall, I believe that team should be about 12, 10 to 13 at the end of the year. But now Petrotti is back and also Stone. For that Boston Bruins guys, it's all about the first line. The Colorado Avalanche, 2-1-0, 11-6-1. Guys, coach, you gave them a 4. But they went before 5 games before they lost the last game against Dallas. So I have to give credit for the accomplished. They're still missing McKinnon, by the way. So this is team's going to be at the top 10 at the end of the year. They're getting now where they're supposed to be. Mekar and Taze looking great over there. The Winnipeg Jets, bad weeks, 1-3-0, 10-7-4. They struggle, guys. They have a really difficult time the last 10 days. And I don't know with them. I thought it would be a better team. They cannot score at that moment. The problem, Sheffley and Wheeler, they have no goal almost, like only 2 goals since the beginning of the season. So they need more productivity from them. Number 10, the St. Louis Blues at 2-1-1, 11-7-3 this week. And not too bad for them. Bunnington, now the line of Buchnevich and Thomas and Tarasenko, guys, doing very well over there. Buchnevich have like 10 points the last 10 games. So they're looking good, the Blues. Can they still hanging there? We'll see. The New York Rangers, another two team, have a good week. 2-0-0 and 13-4-3 since the beginning of the season. Just again doing well. And everybody play well. They lost, of course, Sammy Blais. But Lafreniere wake up. Kako wake up now. Grader continues to doing well. Fox doing well. That the team is strong. And they deserve to be at the top 10 on my power ranking again this week. The number 8, the Tampa Bay Lightning, 2-1-0, 12-5-3. Don't move up and down. They stay at 8. Listen, they play without Point and Kucherov, and they're still winning. This is all about because the Cirelli, Stamkos continue to produce on an offensive side, and Vasilevsky is getting better and better again. Since the beginning of the year, struggled a bit, but now is looking the Vasilevsky we know. The Minnesota Wild, 3-0-0, 12-5-1. Coach, you did not move them at 3-0-0. Listen, guys, the top 8, it's not easy. You have to. It's hard to move them on up. I could maybe increase them, but I keep them. I want to see what they look this week, and then after that, maybe move them a little bit higher if they continue to win. Number 6, the Calgary Flames, 1-1-0, 12-4-5. Coach, why you drop them of 2? They only won 1-1, and they're doing well since the beginning of the year. And they missed a couple of games. The last 5-6 games, it's not the Flames we know. They lost a couple of games on OTL or on shootout, and they should win those games. But again, Lindholm, Goodrow, and Tkachuk and Markstrom did very well. The Panthers, this is the lowest ranking they got this year. 1-2-0. They're starting to missing Barkov. Knight doesn't do well over there. They just lost Forsling. A lot of interrogation with the Panthers for now, and a couple of players are off. Ziegler is out, so I decreased them of 2 this week from 3-5. We better see how they're going to do this week about that. The Toronto Maple Leafs guy, 3-0-0, 16-6-1. I increased them of 2. I could beat them, put them at the top 3. Amazing, great trip on the West Coast. They beat everybody. Campbell continues, but now we have Matthews wake up. Marner continues, Tavares continues, Nylander's continues, but also the bottom 6 starting to score. So that's the good news about this bonding everybody else. The left wing. The Carolina Hurricanes guy, last week 1-2-1. This is the worst week of the season for them. They dropped at 15-4-1, and I dropped them of 2. There was a number 1 last week, and now I have to drop them of 2. Here we go. Let's move on now for the position number 2. And power ranking, the Edmonton Oilers, 2-1-0, 15-5-0. I don't move them up and down. I leave them number 2. They pass, Carolina go under them. And we have to find out who is the number 1. That would be maybe surprise you, but we have to give credit because they beat a couple of good teams recently. And the way they play and the way they are, one of the best players, the number 8, and the veteran players, constantly scoring with the Washington Capitals is the second best scorer in NHL, Mr. Ole Ovechkin for the Washington Capitals, number 1 this week, 3-0-0, 14-3-5. They are number 1 in the Metropolitan Division. That team deserves to be number 1 this week. We'll see what's happening with them next week. But until then, we have to give credit for Ovechkin and Kusenov over there. And Samsonov did not lose yet. That team is really surprised me. I would not ever expect them to be at the top of the top. So listen, guys, let's conclude another NHL power ranking with the hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy. Before we leave, we want to remind you, don't forget to subscribe, likes, and tell us who is the number 1. And finally, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great week. I look forward to see you next week. Until then, don't forget to come back for the next video with the hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy. Finalement, mes amis, n'oubliez pas de vous abonner, de cliquer sur le petit pouce en haut et dites-moi qui est votre numéro 1 comme équipe, la meilleure équipe dans la semaine du Power Ranking avec l'entraîneur Coach Frenchy. Bonne semaine, mes amis.